Do you want to watch a YouTube video? Yeah, the pineapple. What's up, YouTube fam? Check it out, guys. I'll give you a little tip of the trade. Grind both ends of your tungsten. It'll save you a trip from having to stop and go as far as going back to grind your tungsten. And another thing, when you're tightening your collet back down, don't over tighten it. It's going to get hot and it will damage it. So just kind of a firm handshake, if you will, and as good as it needs to be. Have your work area neat, organized, and avoid tripping hazards. Have everything stress-free. Got my TIG wire right here ready to go. Everything's right at hand. It makes it easier on me. Work smarter, not harder. That'll make your job a whole lot easier, more consistent. If you start stressing yourself out and you feel stressed, take a break and come back to it. But the most important thing is get comfortable and be consistent. Everything else just floats like butter. Take time. Take time. Don't rush it. Clean your lenses. Make sure, see how I need to clean this. I'm going to go clean it. I want to be able to see good. Replace your clear lenses. Get everything optimal and you'll produce the best welds possible. Now, with this, if you can see my steps there, which I know you can, each one of them, I do not move until that perfect circle is achieved. I'll daub that metal in there very consistently and evenly and make a perfect circle, a perfect ball, if you will, and then I'll move. Otherwise, because sometimes this carbon steel can be real tricky. It'll try to dance back and forth, but if you hold it perfectly still, it will create the perfect little ball. And stop, dab, fill, then move. Wait till it gets to a perfect circle. That puddle, that molten puddle, that watery puddle there predicates what your weld is going to look like. So I'm changed out my regulator to go from 30 pounds to 50 pounds because if you see the tungsten, how a little bit dirty it is, well, that's because of not enough gas flow for how hot I'm running the temperature for this thicker metal. So, that being said, I went up to a larger regulator, and changing the reg will fix this problem. So I'll go resharpen my tungsten and give it another go. We're just right there on the edge. Because, I mean, some might say, well, did you touch the metal? No, never, not once. This is all done by heat and not enough purge. So I went from this regulator to this regulator, which I should have been using from the very start, but hey, no problem. Yeah, that's a huge difference in a tip. Absolutely clean as it needs to be. TIG welding is just the way to go when it comes to regards of strength and cosmetics integrity. good to have music playing behind you, something with a beat, you know, something. Another good little tip, if you're going to be resting your arm, have a piece of wood handy so that you can do so when it comes around where it's getting into the hot stuff. Another tip is to relax your pinky right here and feed it in like this. It makes it much more stable control-wise when you're feeding in your wire. And this is how I like to pretty much position my tungsten and my torch and my position. Kind of grip it like a pencil. I have to grip it a little bit different because the camera's right there, but I'm going to try this, see if I can get some film of it. It was a little more different, I'd say, difficult with the camera right there, but we were able to do it, to pull it off. That one is finished all the way around. Now on your TIG torch, if you lay it in here with a hook to it towards you like this, you can pull it like this. It'll be really consistent. If you put a hook in it and pull it to you, you get a nice consistency. If you do it any other way like this right here, it's liable to kick and hang up and stick and not wanting to. But if you put that hook in, like an underhook, and you pull it to you like this right here, That way you, on this hot stuff, you're able to keep your hand far enough away where your hand don't get too hot, or you have to use a TIG finger or anything like that. So put a hook in it and pull it just like that. It's so easily managed and controlled. If you take my advice and do the little tricks like I'm telling you to, you'll have welds that come out looking as good, maybe even better. I'll tell you one thing more, it's not a bad idea to get you what we call a TIG finger for these hot jobs. Remember guys, the cleaner your work surface, the better your weld will be. Remember guys, it's very important as to where you deposit your filler metal. You don't deposit it ahead of time. You don't deposit it over. You deposit it not in the middle, but right before the middle. That will give you your best push, where you can push that filler wire into the metal. Not here, not here, but here. That's exactly where you want to deposit, right there. Remember guys, welds are like fingerprints. Every welder's welds are different. So go make your fingerprint. This has been a Mike Oxmall production.